What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I've been trying not to do videos like these, but I think I'm going to start doing this on a regular basis because this needs to be put out there. And you guys know I talk about finances, the stimulus checks, Social Security. I talk about a variety of different things. And having social media, being on this platform, allows me to say a lot of different things. I try to be responsible when I put out information. I try not to lead you in to believe like you'll be getting a stimulus check or lead you to believe that there'll be a raise for Social Security or a variety of different things that we talk about. I try to make sure I give you both sides or at least let you know what the reality is. And sometimes we get caught up in misinformation. Sometimes we look at social media and we say that, okay, well, it has to be true. Look, there's a picture of it. Or look, this person's saying this, so it must be true. And that's very, very unfortunate. And we're in an age now where social media is everywhere. We have it on our phones. We're constantly looking at our phones. We're seeing all these different images and all this, the different talk that's coming through. And a lot of this is affecting this country. I think one of the biggest threats that we have in this country is misinformation. We worry about a lot of different things that are out there, but we don't really talk too much about misinformation and why it is so detrimental. And so I want to focus on one article today, and in the future, I'm going to start fact-checking a lot of the stuff that comes out. Because we need to. Because if we're divided as a country, we're weaker as a country. And so that's what I want to focus on today. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. And I just wanted to remind you, if you see my name and my picture in the comment section, make sure you also see a check mark next to my name. That check mark signifies that it's me. If you do not see the check mark, it's not me. It's someone trying to impersonate me. Okay, so let me show you what got me fired up yesterday. So I'm looking at this tweet from this gentleman here, and it's a picture of cages, and it appears that there are dogs in these cages, and I don't know who took the picture, but obviously it's in a military zone, and we're assuming that this is in Afghanistan. And this person posts this: Jake Sullivan and Abe Lincoln, the Secretary of State, should be fired for many reasons. They should also be known for abandoning service dogs in locked crates. And so, of course, this will get your blood boiling when you look at this and you're thinking, wow, this is terrible. Service dogs, they left service dogs in Afghanistan. That's crazy, right? And so I didn't have to go far. And of course, Donald Trump Jr. replies, they even left military dogs behind. Biden must go. And so a quick Google search revealed the Defense Department said this image does not depict military working dogs, as suggested in social media. The Pentagon said no military working dogs were left in Afghanistan. And this is coming from the Military Times. This is an independent news source. Also looked at the Army Times. They're saying the same thing. No military dogs were left behind, Department of Defense says. Now, you can always say, well, I don't believe the government. I don't believe the Department of Defense. They're lying. But then if you're saying that, then you'd have to say, okay, well, I believe this individual. And I don't even know who this individual is, but I'll believe this individual over the Department of Defense. So you choose who you want to believe. But when you're getting independent sources, and Army Times and the Military Times, both independent sources, and they're saying, no, this did not happen. So you can believe who you want to believe. But the reality is, it doesn't make much sense why you would leave working dogs behind. These service dogs, why would you leave them behind? You've trained them. You put a lot of money into them. Now, I know people will say, well, they left Humvees and they left some other vehicles behind and they left some guns behind. Realistically, a service dog is more valuable than a gun that they can easily replace. And so when you're looking at this, it doesn't really make sense to leave the service dogs. It would make sense to bring them with you. And so, like I said, you can believe who you want to believe. I'm going to believe the Department of Defense in this situation, and I think that they're telling the truth. Yes, they brought the service dogs back. They didn't leave them in Afghanistan like this picture depicts. But once a picture gets out there and you start putting it out in these different social media platforms, now you have people believing all different types of things. And you have to understand who took the picture, first of all, and what are they trying to accomplish? They're trying to divide the U.S. That is what they're doing. And people are falling for it. And so now you have a faction of people that are looking at this picture and saying, this is terrible. President Biden is terrible. The U.S. is terrible, whatever you want to say. But that's what they're doing. They're dividing the U.S. as a country, making us weaker. That is a huge threat. We've been seeing this in a lot of different misinformation campaigns that are out there. Because when you think about it, you don't know who posts this stuff. On social media, you can impersonate whoever you want to. You can be a person that is in another country. Your whole job is to try to divide America. And they've been successful in many cases. We've seen other countries be able to divide us by creating fake accounts and by putting propaganda out there. And so I think I am going to focus on this in the future, more misinformation that we see, just to kind of bring light to this, fact check this stuff, because I think it's very important, because I use social media. I like looking at social media. I'm on social media right now. I'm using YouTube, their platform. So I have an obligation to make sure that I'm giving you the correct information, or at least giving you both sides of information and letting you decide. But we don't always get that. And we have people out there that are putting out information that is not correct, or putting out information to purposely try to mislead you. And like I said, we've been seeing this. I've seen a lot of this in the whole stimulus check world. I've seen a lot of this in the Social Security raise world, where we're hearing all this different information coming out, and people are thinking that they're getting a stimulus check next month. Every month, there's a stimulus check coming. We're at September 1st. I just saw a few thumbnails saying that stimulus checks coming in September. And what they're probably talking about is there's a vote coming on September 27th for the first infrastructure bill and hopefully the second infrastructure bill. But when it comes to stimulus checks, no, they're not even talking about it right now. There's no serious conversation going on right now when it comes to stimulus checks. That's more misleading information that's being put out there. And so when I see this stuff, and I know this is off topic, what I normally talk about, but when I see stuff like this, I'm going to start bringing it to your attention. Just because I don't like seeing this stuff just get out there in social media when it's not correct, or when it's misleading, or when there's two sides to this story, but we only hear one side. I want to know what you guys think about this. So in the comment section, let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.